you pull this down out of Daddy?
Screenshot it. That for the contacts. There you go. You're back.
All right, here we are, guys. Here we are. I am not the only one that's back. If you, try to stop yourself from having a heart attack, guys. Tony Blu-ray showed up. He showed up. He showed up. And you know what, man? You know what? I really appreciate that because the director, Mark, had to fly to New York for a family getaway to go visit the family and such from his better half. Poor Angelo's working till 10 o'clock at night every night, so you can't make Tuesdays anymore. After Harley, I'm sure, worked his ass off today. Oh, Summer's here. Hey, Summer, what's going on? So I called Tony yesterday, and like every time I call him, he hit the butt dial and he turned me off and put me right to voicemail. So I text him, I need you to call me. So he responds with, well, I'm at work right now. You're going to have to give me a minute, which a minute in Tony's world, it could be days. It could be days. So, anyhow, I texted him. I said, all right, long story short, I got nobody to do the show with me. If you don't get on the show with me, there is no show. Can you get on the show? And Tony was like, you know what, bro? I got you. I got you. The stars aligned and he didn't have to work tonight. There weren't any new porn releases. And we were lucky enough to have him here tonight. So, Tony, what do you have to say to the Hawks?
No, you're right. There was no new porn releases. So
What's going on, Andrew?
verified that. No, man. Been busy with work, but I'm here. I'm ready to talk. Some entertainment.
Unfortunately, as everybody knows, life gets busy. We have families, we have kids, we have Cuban mothers who need us sometimes. And we both work in the retail world. And we all know that this time in the retail world is fucking crazy. It is fucking crazy. And Tony is not like your normal run of the mill manager in a retail establishment. Tony actually works. So we appreciate that about you, Tony. We know you work very hard, and we are happy to have you here because there are so many things that we can talk about. There's so many things. And for some reason, I lost the chat. I've lost the chat. It went away. It's come back. Okay, it's back. It's back now, but I don't know if maybe it's because we got offline or something. Has anybody out there? Is anybody still watching? Andrew, Summer, are you there? Mark, maybe. It'd be really nice if you supported the show, Mark. Even though, even though you're in New York.
Oh man, that's awesome, New York City.
So Christopher Holly, what's going on, brother? What's going on? We're on early enough that you can get on and watch some. All right, Andrew's here too. Cool. You guys hear us okay? Is the volume all right before we get into this convo?
Yeah. Let me know. How does that feel, baby?
Is that your Arnold Porn impression?
No, that was Austin Powers when she said lower. How does that feel,
Hi,
baby?
Mom.
Oh, just in time.
What's up, Mom?
Here we are.
Mom, can you hear us okay? You hear us good? Tony
Hello.
is low volume. Maybe because Tony's not wearing his headphones with his mic. Is that right, Tony?
I'm wearing my headphones.
Oh, are you? I can't see him.
No, they're in my ears. That's why.
Good night, little baby. Good night. Daddy's working. um. All right, very good, very good. So there's some news out there. I mean, I wouldn't call it news. I don't understand why it's news. Apparently, Joker has surpassed Deadpool for making the most money as an R-rated film. Why are we surprised by this? Why?
Well, I'm not surprised by it. I'm kind of shocked that Deadpool was even that high. I was gonna say Logan was pretty high, but then again, Deadpool was a lot more popular.
Well,
Um,
you got to remember that Deadpool had the weight. They had a big weight.
oh,
Apparently, I'm at a 10 and you are at like a 4. So
alrighty then.
let's try this then. How about now, Andrew? Is that better? Is that better, Andrew? Am I lower now?
So is 4 good or bad?
I think they're just saying there's a huge difference in our volume. So I'm trying to fix it. Unfortunately, I'm not like a technology guru like Mark is. So it's all new to me.
It's all good, man.
Andrew, is this better? Are our levels a little more the same now? Because I have you all the way up. I have me like at a 4. So anyways, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Yep.
It's just really hard to hear you, Tony. So you're gonna have to speak up.
Okay, so we can discuss Hocus Pocus 2. Coming up.
All right, I asked you why is everybody surprised Joker surpassed Deadpool?
No,
What
I
is all
know,
this hocus pocus talk?
just messing around. All right, so
I
it
like
wasn't
it.
surprising.
McDonald's nuggets or Burger King nuggets? McDonald's all the way, Chris.
Ooh,
That's not
yeah,
even a question.
McDonald's. Yeah,
That's not even a question.
yeah, that's not definitely.
Hmm?
But you know what? Zesty is amazing with McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Lance, you're gonna have to let that
uh,
raccoon story go. Let it go.
I still talk to people that some people say they like Joker, some people say they didn't, and I feel that the ones that say that they didn't just didn't understand what the movie was supposed to be.
Listen, whether they like it or
Um,
they didn't like it is irrelevant. They went to go see it.
True, but it doesn't surprise me that this because Joker is probably one of the most famous villains of all time. Everybody knows who the Joker is. There's so many different versions of this villain. Um, and of course, my favorite is the Heath Ledger and now Joaquin Phoenix versions, and of course Mark Hamill's version on the Batman animated series. There's so many different versions, but people were excited to see this movie, and when you got word of mouth that this movie was going to be rated R, you expected to see some kind of violence, which you did get to see violence, but you also got to see very dark side of the Joker, where you're just like kind of feel bad for him, kind of side with him. Normally, you side with Batman. This movie made you feel, and so I don't know, man. I just feel like people were excited to see it, and
That's a
they
Freudian
blew it up.
slip, summer. That means Lance likes raccoons. Um,
Oh yeah.
well, this is the thing. I mean,
So what do I use?
you can't really. Oh,
Yeah.
you're being yelled at.
Yeah. She said she can't even hear me.
Can't hear you.
It says speaker off.
I think you just hit your mute button.
Can you hear me now? Oh, wait a minute.
I can hear you.
How about now?
I hear you fine. You guys hear him better?
Can you hear me better now?
Mark says he can hear us all fine.
So what the hell?
Okay, so we're good. So we're good. So
Um,
there's a saying. There's a saying, and you grow up, fantasizing Batman, and once you grow up, you kind of understand the villain.
yeah.
When you're growing up, you fantasize about being the hero, and then when you get older, you kind of understand the villain. And that's just kind of trying to say that all of us have a little darkness in us. And what I really liked about the Joker movie is that it showed how far people with mental illness can be pushed, how quick a city can riot. I mean, it's just an awesome story. You don't even have to be a comic book fan. You can even just take out the whole idea that he's the Joker and just go watch this movie. It was an entertaining movie about watching a man just completely crumble and turn up at the fucking end. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I'm not surprised at all that it surpassed Deadpool. Deadpool's cool and all, but you know,
No,
it's
Deadpool
probably
was
only the
good.
highest
Yeah.
rated R movie just because we waited 11 years to get it. It's
Well,
not
that
that great a movie. Let's be honest.
it was entertaining. It wasn't a terrible movie, but it was definitely entertaining. I felt like part two wasn't as good as part one, even though I did like Cable and some of the new characters. But Deadpool one was entertaining at the most. You
Brad
know,
Pitt's performance in the movie was amazing.
who now?
Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah, and Deadpool too.
Wasn't he something? The Invisible Man?
Yeah, he was yeah, he was the Invisible Man, which was pretty badass. Um,
Nikki said to use your Cuban voice.
what the hell, man?
You're Americanized.
I don't even know what
Tony
that is.
is wearing earbuds. He has headphones on.
I have the AirPods. Yeah,
AirPods.
AirPods.
Very nice. You're so Apple.
An apple day keeps the doctor away. Um,
Well, that definitely doesn't happen for you.
no, man. So what else do you want to bring up here? That's
what
been,
what else do I want to bring up here? What else
yeah.
do I want to bring up here? Have you
What
seen
else
any
do you?
good movies lately?
Oh my God, have I?
What have you been
Jeez, so
watching?
many. Okay. Recently, I. What? What are you laughing at now?
Probably because you've seen Toy Story 4 about 30,000 times.
Can you hear me better now? Okay. She still can't hear me. That's fine.
Uh, Mark
Can you hear
saying
me?
Mark saying the AirPods don't have a mic, and that's probably why nobody can hear you.
So just take them off and just use my regular voice.
I guess so. Let's try that. Or you got
Okay.
to bring the phone closer to you.
Yeah. So hold on.
All right, we're gonna get this
All
right,
right, Mo.
guys.
All right, Mo. Can you hear me better?
Dude, it's not me that can't hear you. It's them.
Oh, I mean, can they hear me better?
I don't know. Can we hear him better, guys?
Sound technical difficulties.
Chris feels like Toy Story 4 is a little on the scary side. It's a freaky
I'm
deaky movie. It's because of the ventriloquist dummies. That's what makes it scary. Let's be honest here.
okay. Can you go still?
ChocoTaco, Lori, I'm upset with you. I cannot believe you would choose a ChocoTaco over a Klondike bar. What kind of person are you?
Ooh, Choco tacos are good.
They're better than Klondike bars?
Absolutely.
Oh, you're crazy. You're insane.
Nah,
You're half Mexican.
Cho-
That's what it is.
well,
The other half is Puerto Rican because that's the dumbest statement I've ever heard.
no, fuck Puerto Ricans. So,
I'm just kidding. I'm my Puerto Rican friends.
I'm
It's
trying
funny.
to talk, and you know what? For whoever can hear me, I'm sorry if you can't. I'm doing my best. I'll make sure I get a mic. But oh shit,
Oh wow.
knock my.
You like Choco Tacos over Klondike bars, Chris? Are you serious?
Who doesn't like a taco taco,
I
man?
hate Choco Tacos. I think they're disgusting.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, bro. I'm all about the
It's a
Snickers
waffle
bar.
cone. It's a waffle cone.
Yeah, but it's a
It's covered
soggy.
in chocolate
It's a soggy waffle cone. It's not
with
like a
what you been
crunchy
eating them soggy, man?
Taco Bell
Soggy. You go to Taco Bell
ice
and get
cream
a taco
truck.
taco.
Ice cream trucks. They are not good.
What did he turn off the freezer?
I don't know what he did, but it didn't taste good. Did not taste like a good waffle cone. I'm apparently the only person who doesn't like Choco Tacos.
That is insane.
Where's all the other support that I had last week when we asked this question? Last week it was 7-1. But Snickers ice cream bar, that turns everything up. That trumps all ice cream.
All right. Well, here's this. Okay. Aside from the ice cream, I have to tell you, what somebody said about Toy Story 4, that it was scary.
Yeah, it was scary. That's what Chris
I
said.
can understand that with the ventriloquist dummies. They were kind of creepy, but I thought the movie was good. I thought it was not as good as the third, but it is definitely up there. The third is probably the best one.
No, dude, the first movie's the best one. Stop it.
Of course, you can't.
Stop it.
Listen, part three is like
It's
over the
good, but
top.
it's not better than the first one. Okay, I'm not even going to argue this with you.
It is 100% better than the
It
first
is
one.
not
It is
100% better,
100%
bro.
better.
I will drive to Pembroke Pines and kick you in the nuts.
You got closure. You get closure.
Closure? What closure would you want in the first one?
Andy is growing up and moving on,
That was just sad.
and it was, but it's also closure. He's like, hey, you know what, man? I'm good. These toys are in good hands with this little girl Bonnie, even though she fucking screws Woody over.
Chris just said third is the worst. Thank you, Chris.
Lord,
Thank you.
third is the worst. No,
And Andrew says it's not Purge good, though.
it's Purge.
He's dying to get me to watch that movie. I won't watch it. You know what? I don't think I've ever had this conversation with Tony. Tony, should I watch The Purge?
You've never seen the Purge.
I will not see The Purge. I refuse to watch it.
Not even. You haven't even seen the first one.
I haven't seen any Purge movie. I do not like the idea of the movie. I think it represents the worst parts of everyone.
You don't like the idea of the movie and you haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, here's what I say to that.
Here,
That's
and before Tony, before you say anything about me not liking the idea of a movie before seeing it, why won't you watch Brokeback Mountain? So if you want to use that argument, we can do this. We can do this.
There's certain movies that you just look at the trailer and you say, I know how that's gonna
No, 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 no. I'm not saying that I know the movie.
Purge, you don't know what it's gonna be.
What I'm saying is that I don't agree with the idea, with the premise of the movie, that we're going to have a day that we can commit any crime, such as murder.
I don't want to ruin it for you. It's actually a lot more to it than that, which is why you need to see the movie. The first one comes off that way, and then you watch the second one, and then when you get to the third one, Election Day, you're like, whoa. But when you watch the first Purge, which was the last movie that they made, and you really see how it all started, but you kind of get that idea anyways from Purge Election Day. It's actually a lot more to it than that. It's just a, you know, if I can, I don't want to ruin it for you. Just watch it. Just watch it.
I'm not going to watch it. Look, this is what I mean. Look, when I got divorced back in 2014, I used to go to the movies by myself. I'd go to the movies, go watch a movie. And like I saw this that day. It was the day that I watched the movie Apocalypse. X-Men Apocalypse. So as I left the theater, there was two Spanish ladies. They had like 7 kids. They had one bucket of popcorn, one drink, and one candy, and they were all sharing it. And they're walking around the theater, laughing, taking pictures in front of cutouts, having fun. They're just having a good time. Now, while they're doing this, this lady walks out of a theater with 2 young boys. They're teenagers. And as they're walking, they're in front of me. We're passing the family. They tell the mom, you see, that's why this country needs the purge. To deal with fucking people like that. They are so annoying. They are this and they are that. And I heard that little boy say that. He's like 13 or 14 years old. And I'm thinking in the back of my mind, ooh, mama's going to slap him upside the head. Oh, saying some stupid shit like that. No, that's not what happened. The mom agreed that that's stupid and that was dumb and that's what's wrong with this country. I feel like a movie that has somebody leaving that says we need to do this in real life, start killing people off and shit like that, it's just not a movie I want to go see. I don't want to feel like that when I leave a movie.
I mean, people have gotten shocked going to see certain movies that aren't even, about that. So you didn't hear anybody running up into the purge getting shot up, but you hear people getting shot up when they go see Batman. So it's like, to me, yeah, people are crazy.
Tony did turn off his Bluetooth. He turned off his Bluetooth and he's using his phone. That's what he's doing right now. They're saying that your volume is like non-existent.
Are you serious?
That's what they're saying.
Dude, I've never had this problem before, and I've always used my.
How about now? It's Tony, or am I louder? Am I louder now? Or can Tony? Why don't you talk? Talk for a second. Can we hear Tony better?
Hello.
Something about American Me, Blood In, Blood Out, etc. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
American Me.
That's a gangster movie.
So what? They're asking which one is better?
No, he just commented American Me / Blood In, Blood Out, etc. I have no idea what he means.
Have you seen those movies?
Of course I've seen those movies.
Oh. Blood In, Blood Out. You've seen Blood In,
Yeah, with Benjamin Bratt. Of course I've seen that movie.
And you've seen American Me.
Why wouldn't I have seen? I probably watched them both with you.
I love Blood In, Blood Out, man.
It says Mo's loud 10, Tony's 2 to 3. Okay, so.
Well, I was a 4 with the damn AirPods.
How am I now? Am I better now, guys?
How can Mark hear us good?
I don't know. But then Mark is the one who commented saying you need to turn off your Bluetooth. Right, Chris? Isn't it a disturbing ass movie? Anyways, American Me and Blood In, Blood Out. That's something that I watched a long time ago when I was trying to be a thug like my next door neighbor Tony. I mean, the guy that lived around the corner. I was just trying to be gangster like him. But anyway.
You want to do that? You should have watched Boys in the Hood.
We did.
Take a good look at Doughboy.
At Doughboy. You're telling me that I'm like Doughboy?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say. Got these cheeseburgers, man.
No, that's not Doughboy.
I know, but I'm telling you, I got these cheeseburgers, man.
That was Menace to Society.
Love you, Christy. Thanks for watching. What's going on?
Right. People came here.
So, anyways, that's what I mean by the premise, the idea. I understand that there's a lot more to the movie than just that. That's honestly, The Purge is just going on in The Purge. It's not a movie about The Purge. It's a movie about people trying to stop it, the corruption, survive it. That's what the movies are about. I understand that, and I understand that they're entertaining.
But they go deep in the story.
When are you going to call Chris? Because I really want to talk to her right now.
There he is.
Okay, buddy, but you need to go lay in your bed and watch your movie. And when I'm done, I'll go over there. Okay. All right, thank you. Be a big boy. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi to the Hawks.
Hi, Hops.
Over here. Say hi, Hogs.
Max.
All right, get out of here. Anyhow, I understand that the movies are entertaining. They have to be entertaining. I get it. But any movie that I see things like that going on or gives me those kind of ideas or those kind of feelings, I'm not interested in seeing. I never said it was a bad movie. I never said it was a shitty movie. I never said anything. How can I say that? I didn't watch the movie, but I'm not going to watch it. There's just some movies that you don't watch.
Yeah, that's true. There is.
Like Brokeback Mountain for Tony.
That is a must not watch for me.
Must not.
Not interested.
Not interested in Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger bumping uglies.
Not unless one is the Joker and the other one's Mysterio.
You want Mysterio and Joker to bump uglies?
They might end up killing each other doing it.
Hey, what kind of hat are you wearing?
This is a Miami Dolphins one and only second Super Bowl hat.
That's a watch for free, then protest. I'm good, man. I'm good. People can watch whatever they want to watch. I don't like that kind of shit. So, you want to hear a funny? You want to hear a funny dolphin story? This is actually kind of a bar story. If I'm not going to enjoy it, I don't watch it. There you go, Chris. That's my dude. This is a funny story. I used to work at a bar, and I was bartending, and this guy who walked in, he was part of the Cleveland clique, and he sits at the bar, and he's going through people, and he's the kind of guy that orders his food without even looking at his waiter. Like, that's the kind of dude he was. His name was Dick Koval, and he's talking sports the whole time, talking sports with anybody who sits with him, talking sports, and obviously he's a huge Cleveland fan, Cleveland everything, and he's talking all this shit about the Browns. And finally, he decided, or he just like saw me listening to him. So he looks over at me and he goes, "What do you think, there, Mo?" And I was like, "About what? The Cleveland Browns? I didn't even know y'all still had a team." Like I made like a little joke that way. And he looked at me and goes, "Oh, really? Smart ass. Okay. Who's your team?" I was like, "Well, I cheer for the Miami Dolphins." And he goes, "Oh, yeah? When's the last time the Miami Dolphins ever won something?" I said, "Back in '71 when we beat you in the AFC Championship to win the Super Bowl." Perfect season, by the way. And I turned around and I walked away. Dude tipped me $100. True story. Dick Koval. Very cool. So, the Dolphins definitely aren't winning a game this year.
No, I don't see that. I don't see that happening.
Ha ha. Andrew's so funny. He says, funny story about Dolphins is they still have a football team. With smiley laughing faces. Talk to us in 2021, sir. I bet you the Dolphins get to the playoffs before the Bucks do.
Oh, he's a Yuck fan?
Yeah, he's a Yuck fan. I was wearing a red t-shirt and black shorts, and he came over to watch football with me. And he's like, "Oh, you finally converted." I was like, No, this is just the clothes I chose to wear. I don't have a Dolphin shirt, so I can't wear a Dolphin shirt. Look at that hat. Look at them Dolphins. You see that, Andrew? It's a sign of greatness. Super Bowl 8. Very nice. Very nice.
And we're like on what Super Bowl number now?
Far 40s. Dolphin clinched the first round pick. Ha ha.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, we're gonna get Tua's dumbass, I bet. Anyway,
I think we might get the quarterback from Oregon.
I hope so, because Tua is just a flash in the pan. So what else is out there? What's coming out? Isn't Jay and Silent Bob's reboots coming out? You gonna watch that?
Terminator, Dark Fate. I'm gonna go see it on Friday. Jay and Silent Bob, I'll wait to come out.
Are you serious?
I'm not gonna. Well, no theater around me is even playing it.
Why would they be not playing it?
It might be just in select theaters, man. Who knows?
Well, that sucks.
But at the same time, you got Terminator, Dark Fate.
Oh, that's coming out this weekend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I gotta go see that.
No, Jay and Silent Bob comes out in a couple weeks.
Oh, so then maybe that's why I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I saw Zombieland.
I saw Zombieland too. Also, what did you think of it?
I thought it was funny.
Wasn't it though? So somebody's because I have little scouts
It was so
out there because I can't watch them all. This guy came out and said that Zombieland sucked, and I said no. The second one, he said it sucked. It did not suck. It was Zombieland 2. It was good.
definitely good.
It was good.
It was funny as shit too, and I really, really like that character Madison. She fucking to me, I think she made the movie funny as shit, like really funny with her stupidity.
Yeah, Andrew, I don't doubt that. Riverdale High would probably play better than the Dolphins right now.
Whoa,
Dude, we suck. We suck. We're terrible. We are terrible this year. There's nothing good about the Miami Dolphins right
The
now.
Little Giants will beat the Tampa Bay Yucks.
Yeah. What's that? I can't wait to see that movie. Awesome, dude. Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob, bro. I am so excited to watch that reboot.
I can't wait.
Zombieland 2, amazing. It was a great follow up.
Madison is gonna be the new character that people are gonna like, bro. Trust me, right now, just give it some time. You're gonna see girls dress up like her and act like her.
Oh, yeah. There's already girls dressing like her and acting like her.
She is funny as hell, dude.
I thought she did good.
She fucking made me laugh, bro, because I don't want to give it away in the movie, but the shit that goes down between her and Columbus.
I thought so too. My buddy messaged on our group chat, was like, "How about them fucking Dolphins?" And we were up 14-0. And I looked at it and I didn't want to say it in case we did win, but I was like, they're gonna blow it. They're gonna blow it.
We did all right.
If Tony took $30 of the $300 AirPods, he'd sound okay. But at least he made it.
My AirPods are not the new ones. These AirPods cost me $139. So
Well, this mic headset thing that I have here costs $30, and it's actually really, really awesome.
well, here's the thing though. How come before when we used to do this with Mark and I used my AirPods, we never had a problem?
Well, when we do it with Mark, it's off a different system, and he understands a little more of the functions than I
It's
do.
not you, it's Skype, bro.
It's
Skype's hating on my AirPods.
Skype's a hater.
Probably owned by fucking Bill Gates, and he's probably doing something to my AirPods, trying to screw.
Mark went ahead and sent you a link, by the way,
To do what?
to check out the headset if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, Jay and Silent Bob's coming out. The new Star Wars movie's coming out. We're gonna have to start a GoFundMe account for Tony so he can get his headset.
No.
GoFundMe.
The Last Jedi. I'm sorry, the Rise of the Skywalker. I got those tickets. I had to watch the Jets and Patriots game, and then as soon as the trailer dropped, I got my tickets.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go watch it. I'm gonna wait for you to get it on Vudu.
No problem. You go on ahead and don't watch it. You're so full of shit that it's not even funny.
I know. I'm gonna go watch it.
Of course you're gonna go watch it.
This is what decides. This is what decides if the trilogy is good. This movie is the decision maker.
That's what decides for you. This is already the greatest movies. These are already the greatest movies. Not the last three, the whole saga, except for maybe the first two, and that's it. But the rest of the saga, it's been decided. It's been decided. It's your decision. They made a fucking theme park after it, pal. Okay, that just tells
They
you.
only made a theme park after it, after those two movies that you're talking about were made, and Disney decided to buy the property. So don't even come with me that the only reason they got a theme park was because of this trilogy that is being made. No, it's because they own it now. They own it now. That's why it's there.
That's not why it's there. They've already had.
Tony, you're full of it. Full of it.
Dude, Star Tours has been there since the 80s. So you can't say, and Disney didn't even own the rights to Star Wars yet.
That's why it was called Star Tours.
Star Tours has been there since the 80s, and they've had that ride. And then once they bought the rights, they started bringing in more things to Star Wars. Disney has been wanting to own those rights to Star Wars.
I know.
Star Wars land. And
That's what I'm saying.
Based on the original.
There you go.
Even
That's
still,
what I wanted you
even
to say.
still, they're all good, and it has been decided.
I'm not saying
It's been decided.
it. No, no, it has not. This is the decision maker, and I want to ask you a question. How big is that cup you're drinking? What the hell is that? Good lord! How do you
Thank you.
how do you even lift that?
Takes time.
So this is going to decide, and I want to ask you a question. Do you still think Ray's going to the dark side? You don't, do you? You don't think that anymore, do you?
It's a 50. It's a 50-50. I don't see it on one side because it just doesn't seem like it makes sense if she does. Then on the other side, it just kind of makes it like really interesting and almost Games of Throne-ish, kind of throwing it off to where you want her to win and you want her to succeed and defeat the Sith once and for all. But then what if she's manipulated by the one and powerful Emperor, the OG Senator Palpatine, manipulates her into thinking that she shouldn't be a Jedi and she should just fucking kill Kylo Ren and kill everybody else, just like he did to Anakin. Because who knows? Who
Who
knows?
knows? Who
Who knows?
knows? You know what I know? Ray's not a Sith.
Right. Well,
That's
you
what I
didn't
know.
see the movie. You didn't see the movie yet. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
Shall see.
We
We
will see.
shall see.
We will see. You want to put a bet on it?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
I don't put bets when I'm 50-50.
Ah, okay. Okay. You want to hear what Andrew said about the new Star Wars movies?
I hope it's nice.
He said he watched about an hour total of any of the new Star Wars movies that came out after the originals because they're fucking crap. I can't read the rest of the sentence because your picture's in front of it, but it's not something kind to the new Star Wars movies. And I mean, you know what, man? I'm sorry, Tony. I'm sorry, but at this point, I have to agree with Andrew. The first movie is A New Hope regurgitated. That's all it is. It's part
No.
4 regurgitated. That's all it is. The second one, the two best scenes that should have been of the entire movie is a 10-second fight between Kylo Ren and Rey against Snoke, and then fucking Kylo Ren fights a hologram. That's what he did. He fought a hologram. Those are the highlights of the movie. That's it.
Yeah. Well, hey, let's agree to
How are
disagree.
you gonna follow that from Darth Vader's origin stories, the Clone Wars, all that kind of stuff, from the original to fucking OG Darth Vader fucking shit up and choking shit? That's how you follow that? That's how you follow that?
Yeah, and they did a good job,
Whack.
especially in Force Awakens. Force Awakens
Whack.
was definitely not, and it was a lot of fun to watch Han Solo back, to watch him with
Solo was fun.
okay, and
Solo was a good
and
movie.
and I got to love a new robot character,
What's up, B?
which was cool. Then you got this badass pilot, Poe Dameron, so in my opinion,
Why you gotta talk about
it
Dameron's money, man? It ain't his fault. He's Poe.
well, he's a poor guy.
Dad
But
joke. Dad joke. Sorry.
and in the Last Jedi, it was a good movie. I thought it was good because they were trying to escape from from the First Order, but they were actually tied to like they were tracked. It was pretty much like having a string on them. They were tracked. They went into hyperspeed. When they got out of hyperspeed, they were right there behind them.
You want to know what Brian just said?
What?
He said, I agree with Mo. The new trilogy just ain't doing it for him.
Well, that's fine. But I
Oh,
think
Andrew Torres wants to congratulate on the second appearance of a black guy in the entire universe to the new trilogy with Finn. First it was Lando Calrissian, and now we have Finn. The only two black guys in the whole universe.
not necessarily. See, that just goes to show you how much he knows. But Samuel L. Jackson was a black Jedi, and probably one of the most powerful.
Okay, so the third one.
So
Jedi's don't count.
Jedi's don't.
Jedi.
Black.
I thought you tried to tell me that he wasn't a human. No, you know what? That might have been Mark. That might have been Mark. No, you know what? It was Angelo, because I was saying.
One of the most powerful Jedi's of all time.
Yeah, Brian just told Andrew the same thing. All right, so 3 black guys in the entire universe, and you know what, man? I never noticed that before. I'm gonna have to watch the movies again to see if that's true. There's no other black people in the whole universe.
There is. It's just not like that, man. It's not like that at all.
This is not like that.
No, but hey, congratulations to the Last Jedi and having Asians, the first Asians. You know, Rose.
You really have to make this about race, Tony.
Well,
It's one thing. It's one thing for the fans to say it. You're a host, sir. Behave as such.
They can't even hear what I'm saying.
They can't even hear what you're saying.
They can't even hear what I'm saying. It don't matter.
Oh
I just
shit.
say whatever I want.
So hey, there's a meme going around asking fans on some of the Marvel sites. It says, would you take the blue pill, which is Wolverine joining the Avengers, or would you take a red pill, which is Deadpool joining the Avengers?
I just don't see Deadpool mixing in with the Avengers. I would see Wolverine as a better fit for the Avengers.
You think so?
Yeah.
You know what I'd like to
As
see?
I like Deadpool, I think Wolverine would be a much better fit than the.
I'm gonna take the purple pill.
Who the fuck is that?
That's both of them joining the Avengers. I'll take them both. Fuck it.
Well, as much as you like that.
Ooh. The wall worked in Star Wars world because there are no Mexicans, according to Andrew.
That's again not true.
Boba Fett looked Mexican. No, he's Native American.
Senator Ogana, who adopted Princess Leia, was actually Mexican. Second guy who was actually almost Mexican was Jango Fett. So
No, he wasn't.
wrong again.
He's Native American.
Close enough.
No, it is not close enough. You son of a bitch. All right, you Puerto Rican.
Close enough.
Puerto
But
Rican.
Senator Ogana was definitely.
Yeah, Jimmy Smits is Mexican. Jimmy Smits is Mexican. I'll give you that. But in the original 4, 5, and 6, it was a white guy.
That's George Lucas because he's racist.
I like it.
Black guys in Indiana Jones now, were they? And they were in Africa.
What are you talking about? There was lots of black guys in Africa.
Hell, yeah, those Indian guys were that dark that you thought they were. But they weren't. Sorry, pal. Nice fucking try.
Oh shit, that was good. Those guys look like the original cast from the Green Inferno.
All the eras are from like the Nazi, you know, like
Yeah.
the 1940s.
Gotta love white people. No offense, Chris. Oh shit, that was good. So, yeah, you know what, man? Like honestly, I wouldn't be excited for either Wolverine or Deadpool to join the Avengers.
I think Wolverine will be a good fit.
I think Wolverine needs a standalone movie again.
I think they need to bring in Rogue and Gambit already.
I heard Channing Tatum was gonna play Gambit, and then I heard he pulled out.
That's what she said, but
I wish that's what she said, because I do not want a Channing Tatum Gambit.
We need somebody who's a charismatic French actor.
Why French?
Because Gambit is French.
Are you sure?
Yes, Konami.
I'm pretty sure he's Cajun, and he's from Louisiana.
Sounds French to me, mon ami.
He's Cajun.
So where does their
The reason Cajun people speak French is because there is a lot of Haitians in Cajun country.
French, thank you.
No, I said speak French. Haitian people speak French. They do. But there's a lot of French in Creole. It's from that language.
Tapase?
Tapase? Bonjour, monsieur.
That's right.
Comment ça va? Anyhow, I mean, like, who can play Gambit? Like, who would you cast as Gambit? Honestly,
Let's see.
who is Remy LeBeau to Tony?
Wow, that is a rough one right there.
Right? It's really hard. Seriously hard. That's what she said. Ah! Took your joke.
I can't really think of someone.
I didn't think you would be able to.
Unless, no, he wouldn't work.
Joan is sending a video to me.
I was gonna say Billy from Stranger Things.
Billy. No. Fuck that.
No, he won't work.
How about Sasha Baron?
Gambit? My God, he'd be magnificent.
Number one prostitute in all state.
I like him in The Dictator. He was like,
There's just no. Why force Gambit? If you can't find somebody to play him perfectly, why force Gambit? I mean, even though Emil Hirsch, no, I'm Taylor Kirsch, did a pretty decent job of it.
he did what now?
I thought he did a decent job in Wolverine as Gambit.
I'm trying to clean my ear because I can't believe what I'm hearing.
You didn't think Taylor Kirsch played the part well?
Fuck, no?
No?
Dude, when I saw that movie, I remember this lady I knew, she gave me tickets to see it like a week or two before it came out, even though it had already leaked. The movie already leaked and you can already see it online. But I went to go see it a couple of weeks before it came out to this premiere. And I was so excited because I'm not going to see a bootleg version of it. I'm going to see it in the big screen. So once Gambit came out, I was like, really? Like, that's it? He's Gambit? It's not even intimidating. He's not even like charismatic or slick talking. He's just like sucks. He fucking sucks. He wasn't saying like the catchy lines. He wasn't like, like listen, like Ryan Reynolds played Deadpool to the T because that was a perfect role for him. Hugh Jackman played Wolverine to the T, and now it's like he's ruined Wolverine for everybody else because nobody will ever want anybody to cast anybody else's Wolverine. Honestly, I can't really say that because I said the same thing about the Joker after Heath Ledger's Joker. I said there shouldn't be any other Jokers because this guy kills it.
But listen, about that, I was one of the same people. Same person, dude. I said, there's nobody's going to beat Heath Ledger's Joker. But when I heard Joaquin Phoenix was going to play Joker, I never doubted it for a second. I said, if there's anybody who can follow Heath Ledger's performance, this guy can. This guy is fucking deranged. And I mean, not in a psycho kind of way. Like, he's just, he can do it. I knew he can do it. But, honestly, Remy LeBeau is not intimidating, number one. No, he's not. Number two, I understand why you would say that about Taylor Kirsch's performance. And I mean, you're right. Like, Gambit could have been better. It could have been better. But it wasn't completely dogged like how Venom's character was dogged with Topher Grace. Like, it wasn't completely dogged. It was
completely different.
It was okay.
You do not make Eric Foreman.
Exactly. That is the point that I'm making. Exactly.
Eric Foreman, and you do not make the guy.
You know who I really don't want to see play Wolverine?
Who?
I really don't want to see Daniel Radcliffe play Wolverine.
No, they're not gonna make him. And he even said himself. He said that was just a rule. He came out and when I read that, I said, dude, if they do that, I mean, I will lose all respect for Harry Potter. And he He said himself. He said there's no way he would ever take that role. He would not be good in that role. He said it himself. He would not be
Good.
good in that role.
I really don't ever want to see that.
No,
Ever.
he could never be the Wolverine.
You know who would be a decent Wolverine? Tom Hardy would be a decent Wolverine. What, you want to slap yourself again? Are you serious?
Can't
What?
say I don't like it. Can't say I don't like it.
All right. Tom, but he can't though, because he's Venom,
He's a good Venom. Yeah, I
and
like
his
him.
and he is a good Venom, and I enjoy Venom thoroughly.
Eddie Brock is. I like him. He did good.
Why French?
Can you hear me good?
They're showing me what you sound like on the show, and like the voice is really bad. It is a big difference. How about this? Let's do this. Do we sound equally low now? Is that better for you guys?
Yo.
I tried just taking my mic off. This is the last resort. I can't do anything else.
Yo.
So I hope it sounds better. But yeah, what were we talking about? We were talking about Wolverine. I could see Tom Hardy playing Wolverine, but he can't now because he's Venom. So trying to think of somebody who can fill that role with intensity, I feel like I haven't seen that person yet. I haven't seen that person. Anybody who steps up and does that, it's going to be a nobody.
Yeah, that's true. I can't see anyone else playing Venom like that.
It's going to be a nobody.
Just like
the lead singer of Metallica can play Logan. Old man Logan. So he says it sounds better, but there's some static. Well, I don't know what I can do about the static, guys. So
sorry.
But I'm doing my best
I'll
to.
I'll get a mic. I'll get a mic or something. That way, next time, I'll be able to be heard. So
there you go.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What else is out there? That's okay. Well, why don't we bring up? Speaking of all this stuff, why don't we bring up what's really happening in a matter of 2 weeks, maybe 3, maybe 2 weeks.
What?
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. 2 weeks.
Honestly, The Mandalorian looks like it's going to be a freaking awesome show.
It all looks good, man. It all looks good. I've been reading a lot of stuff. I heard they're going to get the guy that played Daredevil. Is it Brian Cox? It's not Brian. Charlie Cox. Charlie Cox is gonna take over the role of Daredevil on Disney Plus. The girl that played Jessica Jones is coming back too. I'm hearing a lot of really good things about Disney Plus, and I'm gonna be one of them people, and I'm gonna get it. Because I'm gonna have to watch it. I just gotta jump on it. There's too many good things about it not to do it for that price.
Bro, they're bringing back all the old school shows. They're bringing back all the old school movies. They said they're bringing exclusive movies and exclusive shows that you can only get on there. Like I said, Hocus Pocus 2.
I'm gonna watch that.
I am too. I can't say that I don't like.
I loved Hocus Pocus.
I really enjoyed it. And I remember as a kid, I loved it.
Remember when we would go to the movies and stuff when we were kids? We'd lock arms with my sister and we'd do the walk sometimes when we were kids.
I loved. Which one was my favorite? My favorite was the dumb one.
Yeah,
I really liked that.
It's all our guys' favorites.
She talks like this, like Winnie, I smell children. I smell a child.
There's just too many good things about Disney Plus. And you know what? To end the show, I want to ask you probably the most serious question of the night. A couple serious questions, and I think you guys are gonna like to hear what this man has to say. When I tell you the names, Brian De Palma, Martin Scorsese, and Francis Coppola,
I know where you're going.
What comes to mind?
I know where you're going with
What
this.
comes to mind? Doesn't that sound like greatness? Just fucking hardcore movies, awesome movies. When you think about those three guys, you know what these
And
three
those three
guys are
guys wouldn't even
saying
come close to one man.
to one man?
That's right, one man. There only takes one man.
I don't know.
I would say that this man is the most influential man in Hollywood.
Okay,
Steven Spielberg.
I like it. I don't disagree with that, but I'm still saying when you hear those directors' names or you see their name on a movie, you're gonna go watch that movie, right?
But what do you really see that Martin Scorsese see? Because he wants to go and criticize Marvel and criticize all that bullshit. So I'm gonna ask Mr. Scorsese, what movies do you make consistently? What are your movies consistently of? They're consistently crime drama movies. And I have no problem with them because each and every one of them were excellent movies. From Mean Streets to Once Upon a Time, I think, in America. I know he also made, of course, Goodfellas. You can't forget Goodfellas. You can't forget, what's the other ones he's made? The Departed. I mean, for
Gangs
fuck's
of
sake.
New York.
Gangs of New York. Those are great movies. Absolutely great movies. Brian De Palma makes fucking awesome movies. Of course, his
Scarface.
most Scarface. Great. And then you got Francis Coppola. Only movies I remember he made that he was famous for was The Godfather. All crime drama movies. When you got the Avengers, you're getting everything in one big package. And what it is they're upset because it was such a big box office hit. Let's just be real. Let's call a spade a spade. This dude was hot as fuck because his movies will never ever get to that amount of anything. They will probably hit 20, 30 million. Maybe they hit that back in the day. Maybe they hit a little more. But come on, you can't compare. Of course, it's cinema. To me, it's cinema because movies are cinema. They want to go and say, "Oh, but it's not cinematic." Motherfucker, that shit got everything in it. It played with your emotions. You tell me about a comic book characters that can, like these, other than Batman, that can tug on your, heartstrings, dude. These movies, to me, that's why I was kind of upset when I heard. I was disappointed. I was like, yo, Scorsese, why you hating, bro? Because these motherfuckers made so much money within like 2-3 days, where your movie is out in the theater for like 6-8 months, and it doesn't even come close to or even a fraction to what these movies have made. Each one of those movies can probably blow out. Let's be real. If they were telling you, hey, we got Endgame playing over here, we got, let's just say, Gangs in New York. I can't say Goodfellas because if it was Goodfellas, I'd be like, ooh, Endgame or Goodfellas. Probably go see Endgame. That's just me. But again, I'm not taking away that those guys are terrible directors and they don't have, I just feel like, what happened?
You just said that they're terrible directors.
No, I said I wouldn't. No. I said I wouldn't say that these guys are terrible.
Okay, now I misunderstood you. Okay.
No, I definitely love. I own their movies. I love their movies. I can watch them over and over.
Well, you know what? That was probably the most sincere response I've ever heard, and I'm happy that you gave it here because I thought you were gonna say some crazy shit. And you know what? Good for you, man. Good for you. Tell these motherfuckers how disappointed you are in their jealousy. That ain't fucking gangster. Being jealous ain't fucking being gangster. Fuck you guys.
You guys make one kind of genre movie, and these guys have a lot of things rolled into one. You got comedy, you got drama, you got romance, you got action, you got some sci-fi up in there, and you got a really good soundtrack coming from Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean,
they're all pretty good soundtracks.
They're all pretty good, yeah.
Except for the first two Thor movies.
Ragnarok has by far one of the best fucking soundtracks I've heard in a movie.
Hell yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
I
can't wait for the new Thor
the
movie.
casting Marvel has done, they have just set the bar so high. There's just no, the bar is so high right now.
Oh, I can't wait for Thor, the new Thor movie. It's gonna be good. I think it's really gonna be good because Taika Waititi is actually a very very funny guy, and actually I'm very interested in seeing the movie Jojo Rabbit, but um, because of what the movie's about in this area where I live, these guys are pussies and they don't have it, so it kind of pisses me off.
Well,
So
that
now
gives
I
you a
gotta wait for
reason
it
to
to
come visit
fucking.
because they're
I
playing
love
it
JoJo.
here.
Yo, go see it, man. You know what movie they didn't play around here that I was kind of annoyed about, and one of my favorite directors is Wes Anderson.
Uh,
The Isle of Dogs.
yeah.
Even though that movie is super weird, man. Fuck. But it was good. But anyways, I don't know. When I read that, and I read Francis Coppola, but I've also heard that some people have, shot back at them, but in a respectful way. I think Kevin Feige, I think Joss Whedon, and James Gunn.
Yeah.
I want to say Kevin Feige. I'm pretty sure he did, but I know for sure Joss Whedon and James Gunn, they fucking definitely, they were kind of like in a professional way. They were like, damn, bro, we love your movies. Why you doing this to us? Why you trying us like that? Like that's kind of like what they were saying. Like, don't be mad because we fucking blew your ass out of the water. You could put all your movies in one duck in one fucking boat, and it still wouldn't amount to what one of the Avengers movies made.
Yep.
Like, and that's the truth. That's the reality. People are not gonna like. Okay, so this upcoming movie he has, what's it called? The Irishman.
Yeah.
The Irishman. I'm gonna see that fucking movie.
Fuck
It
yeah.
looks awesome. You got Robert De Niro. You got Al Pacino once again in another movie together. I would say that's their third one, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe their fourth, because they did Righteous Kill, Good, Godfather, Heat, and now this one. So this would be their fourth. So, as far as I know. Heat is by far one of my favorite bank heist movie. A lot of people would say, The Town, man, The Town. I'm sorry. No. The Town is probably maybe third in my bank heist list. Right. Second is Point Break. Don't even fuck with me. I love Point Break.
The original.
Not the fucking bullshit they came out with recently.
What about Inside Job, bro?
Huh?
What about the Inside Man?
Oh no, Inside Man is definitely one of the most intelligent bank robbery movies I've seen. Because that shit blew you away with that ending. You're like, wait, what the fuck? But I'm not gonna ruin it for anybody that hasn't seen it. You gotta go see it.
That's a great movie.
But Heat is by far has the best line. The best fucking line was when Robert De Niro tells him, bro, I think he said, when you feel that heat coming around the corner, are you just going to walk away? And he's like, that's the discipline. Like, letting him know, like, I don't need to follow. But no, he fucked up at the end anyways. But anyways, yeah, man. Scorsese, I don't know, man. I think he was way off base with that.
He'll recant. Anyways.
Oh, I'm sure.
Thank you so much, Tony, for coming out here tonight, talking with the Hawks, talking some entertainment. We had some fun subjects representing the Dolphins. I ain't going to hate on the Bucks. That's all right. Go Bucks. But fins up all day, every day, in front of the line, motherfucker. And anyways, if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button. Please follow us. Drop a comment. Let us know what you want to talk about. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Klondike bars are better than Choco Tacos.